Yes, I can hear myself. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello. Today we are doing a P5 WA2 paper. Yes. So if you're free, you can join us to do this paper. Yeah, I'll start in a while when more people join. Yes. Yes. Who is it's me? Who's that? Wait, I don't know who are you? Who are you? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh my god, hello everyone. Yeah, who? Yeah, who's that? Wait. Hello. Hello. Oh, hi, Poppy Pan. Are you the same young girl? Oh my god. Are you the same young girl I saw the other day? Yes, I am the same young girl you saw the other day. The other day, someone called me old. Okay. So today I'm very young. Very young. Thank you. Hi, Shelly Shells. Welcome back. Hi, my mom used ChatGPT to tutor me, but I like real tutors better. Type. Oh, wait, I can't. Yes. Yes. Real. Okay. But your mom quite smart though. Use ChatGPT to tutor you. She quite smart. Low key, she quite smart. Okay, I'm doing a. Oh my god! Hi, Renice. Hi, Renice. Oh yes, that day you said you. Yes. I'm the same person. Yes, P5. Today I'm doing P5. See, I kept my promise. You guys asked me to do P5. I had to dig out a P5 paper. Yes. Okay, what filter are you making me into? Oh, what are you turning me into? Oh, a heart. Okay. Okay, P5 paper. Shall we start, guys? Why? What happened? Why you think you fail? Hello, Ray. So based on that, I was P5. Yes. Oh, the same number, same primary level one. Yes, I remember now. Okay, let's start, okay? I'm going to start, put the first question there. Then you guys try. First question should be still quite okay. Oh, hi, Sinclair. Yes, I do remember you. Is P... Oh, so cute! What on earth? Is P5 English very hard? I would say that after doing so many lives on P4 paper, then suddenly when I was like doing the P5 paper beforehand, right? Low key, I found it a little tougher just because the paper is much longer. So that means you have to have more stamina. Oh, so fast. Porcupine says 2. Okay. Any other answers? Any other answers? I don't know. Oh, Ray also says 2. Okay, why 2? Why 2? Whoa. Why 2? Oh, looks like I'm at like a rave, bro. 2? Okay, all say 2. Okay, let's see. Our neighbor asked us whether we blank her missing cat in the vicinity recently. Okay, 2. Everyone say 2. Oh, wrong one. 2. 2 is had seen. Because it's past tense. Yes, because... Okay, there's 2 actions here. One action is our neighbor asked us. The second one is whether we had seen, or in this case, like your answer is had seen her missing cat. Whether they saw the missing cat, okay? So which action happens first? Do you guys know which action happens first? Why is this height so awkward? Hold on. Okay. Which action happens first? The neighbor asking you guys, or the neighbor asking the people in the question, or the people seeing the cat? Her cat is lost. Okay, yes. So the first action is actually them seeing the missing cat by any chance, okay? Then the second action is their neighbor asking them. So because asked is in past tense, and because seeing the missing cat is an event that happened way before the neighbor asked them, so it will be past perfect. Okay? Past perfect. Oh, okay, bye Sinclair. See you later. Past perfect tense. So because it is past perfect tense, right? It will be number 2. Yes. Yes. So it's like if I draw a timeline, right? Here is neighbor asking. Okay? Then before that is they see the cat. Okay? So if the neighbor asking is past tense, going back in time, it has to be past perfect. Okay? Yeah. Annyeong. Annyeong. Okay, now we Korean. Annyeong. Okay, yes. Okay. Hopefully this gives you guys a clearer idea of what past perfect tense is. Because it's low-key quite confusing. Okay, next question. If the man had hesitated before diving into the river, the child blank. You have drowned, will drown, would drown, have drowned. Oh, this is our conditional rule. I have not explained this rule before. English is so crazy. Real. I agree. English is crazy. English is crazy. I rusty already. Yeah, bro. It's okay. It's like revision. 4, 4, 4. Okay, why 4? Why 4, guys? What's the keyword? What's the keyword? Okay, there's actually 3 types of conditional rules. I'll go through them later. Hesitated. Okay. Hesitated. Just one word. If. If. Not really. If here tells us that it is a conditional rule. Okay, but here, right, the keyword is had hesitated. Okay? This is very important because there's a had in front, right? It tells us that this is actually the third conditional rule. Third conditional rule is when something here is past perfect tense. So it's like had blank, for example, then you dot dot dot. The second clause or the empty word will start with would have something. Okay? So in this case, yes, the answer is 4. Okay, let me go through the 3 conditional rules, okay? Okay. Okay, you guys can after I'm done, you guys can screenshot if you want. Okay. First conditional rule. Okay, is when you have if okay, wait, let me see if I can do this. Okay. Let's say I am okay, yeah. Hold on, guys. Let me make this neater. Okay. So there's 3 conditional rules, okay? 3. So the first clause, let's say I'm using the word study. So it's like if I study now, I will become, for example. Whoa. Da 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 da. So you see, if this is in present tense, you use will. Okay? Then you have if I studied, I would become. Da 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 da. So if it's past tense, you use would. Okay? Then third one, If I had studied, I would have become. So then it become would have. So this is past perfect. So if you look at our question, right? If the man had hesitated, yes, had hesitated is past perfect tense. Therefore, right, here it will be would have drowned. Okay, I'm not going to write the whole thing. But yes, y'all get it? Yes, you get it. So yes, the answer is 4. This is very important, by the way. Okay, maybe next time when I'm doing recap, I will flash this question again, see whether y'all remember. Where is don't? What do you mean, where is don't? Sorry. Ronnie. But like the, oh. This guy? Ronnie? The stick, ne? Ronnie. Yes. They're in front. You want him? Nah. He's ours. I'm kidding. Okay. Third question. The boy blank the principal praised is my neighbor. Okay, this is also a very important question. Wow. See, this is where P5 becomes real tough because you have a lot of rules that you need to remember. And like um reading and thinking that it sounds correct will not work as much anymore. One. Ray says 1. Porcupine says 1. Why 1? What's the reason why? Why 1? Answer is 3. Okay, we have 2 answers. Who and whom? Okay. I explained this rule quite a few times already actually. And it's very, very important, guys. So if you want to figure out where you should use who and where you should use whom and where you should use whose, all these 3 W's, right? It's super important to listen here, okay? Okay, come. Let's see who is correct. Okay, so the first rule, the first W is who. When do I use who? Okay, I use who when I have a person and then afterwards there's a verb behind the who. Okay, so it'll be person, then in the middle you'll sandwich a who. And then after that, when do I use whom? Okay, when do I use whom? I have a person, in the middle I'll sandwich a whom, and then I will have another person. Okay, so this is when you use whom. Yes, okay. And then last one, when do I use whose? Okay, whose is usually used for belongings. So for example, if this pencil belongs to this boy, belongs to this boy, you use whose in the middle. Okay? Yes, hi Rina, this is a P5 paper. It's P5 Rosyth WA2 paper, 2025. Yes, so because right, you look at the question, there is a boy and then the principal. So there's 2 people here. 1, 2. Okay? Therefore, you gotta use number 2. Number 3, whom. Okay? I asked for this last week, but I think so that's why I'm doing it right now. It's okay. You can just learn from your mistakes. It's okay, don't fret. But yes, these are the 3 rules, okay? Yes. So the boy whom the principal praised is my neighbor. Okay? Okay. Can everybody? Okay, next. John, together with his parents, blank the party this weekend. Okay. So how? This one? 1. Okay, why 1? Why 1? Why 1? 2. Okay, so we have 1 and 2. Any other answers? 1 or 2? Okay, frog says 2. Okay, 2. 2. Wait, it's 2. Okay, so you change your answer 2. Okay. So 2 or 1? 2 or 1? Ooh, Wiswin says 2. Wow, how to pronounce this? Fiddlin? Fiddlin says 2. Okay, okay. Okay, I'm gonna go through now. Okay, John together with his parents. Okay, this is the very important part. Can anyone tell me whether this whole subject, right, is plural or singular? Parents is plural. Okay, parents is plural. But this is what I would call the distractors. This question tests you on distractors, okay? So, because, right, there is a together with, because there's a together with means that this whole part actually you can cancel away because it's extra information. Okay? It's extra info. Therefore, the subject of this whole question, right, is actually just John. And because it's just John, means this is singular. And because it is singular, and then the next keyword is also this weekend. So it has not happened yet, by the way. It's in the future. So it will happen in the future. Therefore, the answer is actually number 1, present continuous tense. Okay? Yes. Yes. Get it, guys? Do y'all get it? Yeah, it's very important to look for these distractors, okay? Okay. Distractors. Okay, I'm gonna list another few distractors, okay? Just so you guys can get a feel of if the questions if the words do come out in your exams, then you know. Okay. I have just now in the question there's together with. There's also, for example, like as well as, like Tim as well as John, for example. These are also distractors. And then there's also there's also along with. Okay, these are a few examples. Just a few. I'm just listing a few. Okay. This one lah, I failed English last time. It's okay. Yes. Okay, so these are distractors. Can you guys see why now I say that P5 is low key a little tougher? Like it's like low key tougher. But with enough practice, honestly, with enough practice, I think you can get most questions right. Because they just test the same rule over and over and over again. And with more exposure to more questions, you eventually learn and remember that these rules have certain ways of answering. Yep. Okay, question 5. The athlete decided to compete in a race. Blank, his knee was injured. Okay, this one is more straightforward. It's a connector question. Not so tough anymore. It's a connector question. 4. Okay. Wow, all of you guys are saying 4. Okay. Okay, why 4? Why 4? What's the reason why? Miffy the kitten. Oh, that's cute. Okay. Here we have 2 clauses, right? We have, let me see. We have connector. Yeah, it's a connector. We have the athlete decided to compete in the race. And then the second clause is his knee was injured. Okay, if we look at the 4 options, there's so, since, because, and although. Okay, I am having WA English on Friday. Oh my god, good luck. All the best, all the best. Okay, bye. See you later. When you going to end? I'm going to end at 7. Yeah, 7 p.m. probably. 7 p.m. Yes. Okay, wait. I have so, since, because, and order. Okay, so when you see so, another word that you can think of is like therefore. It's like I broke my knee or I broke my arm, so I am not able to play badminton, for example. Okay? And then there is because. Because is like when you have a reason. So it's like, because I broke my knee, therefore wait, I can't start a sentence with because. Wait. Um uh I cannot play outside because it is raining. Yes, the reason. Okay, then although. Although is when you have two contrasting statements. So for example, like in the question, if he wants to compete in the race, his knee technically or usually it will not be injured because you gotta be healthy, right? To compete or like to prevent further injuries. But in this case, because he's still competing despite his knee being injured, we'll use although. Is although and despite the same? Yes, kind of. The athlete decided to compete in the race despite his knee being injured. Yes. It is because can use. The athlete decided to compete in the race. Like in this question specifically? Like here, like it is because. Or like where? Okay, but yes, this answer is although, okay? Although. No, during compo. Like when you're writing a sentence, is it? Like it is because. Okay, wait, let me move on to the next question. Oh, we are at vocabulary. Yes. Vocabulary. Okay. As Darren made his way down the stairs in the dark, the blank of the shadows puppets cast on the wall earlier flooded his mind. Whoa, why is it shadows puppets? Okay. Okay, can you guys try? I writing comp. Oh, what compo are you writing now? What is the question? Two. Oh, email one. Like situational writing. Is it? Two. Okay, two. What is two? Images. Okay. Let's see whether you guys are correct. Okay, this one's quite straightforward. Because of the shadow puppets on the wall. So if you imagine the wall, then let's say there's like the shadow puppet should be the shadow cast on the wall. Yes. Therefore it will form images. Okay, it cannot be any other answer because by method of elimination views is like the scenery. Or like how I explain this? Let me find another meaning to explain this. It can also be like side, like the side that you are seeing. So basically, it doesn't have to be specifically nature, like scenery. Yes, but like the side that you're seeing. And then you have scenarios. Scenarios is like situations, which is like not applicable in this question because you're talking about the shadows of the puppets. And then you have photographs. Photographs are literally like from cameras. So this is not the correct context either. Therefore, the answer can only be two. Okay? Okay. Next question. Determined to win, the athlete sprinted blank towards the finishing line with all his might. Okay, we have 4 words: casually, forcefully, sluggishly, and vigorously. Okay. 4. 4. Larry says 4. Miffy the kitten says 4. 4. Okay, 4. Okay, 4. Vigorously. Okay. What is the meaning of sluggishly, guys? Oh, hi, Jangwon's right eyebrow. Welcome back. We are doing P5 paper. Slow. Okay, sluggishly. Yes, actually, that is quite right. It means to move slowly, or basically have less energy. Whoa. As compared to before. Okay? Okay? Yes, sloppy. Sounds, yeah, it has the same connotation. Yes. Okay. Okay. Bye. Bye, Fiddlin. Are you real, child? What do you mean by are you real? Yes, I'm real. Okay. What is the meaning of vigorously? Vigorously, it means to basically be do something with more force, or to be more energetic. Okay? So in this case, because he's determined to win and he used all his might, therefore it is number 4. Are you AI? No, I am not AI. I'm a real person. I'm a real person, okay? Guys, nowadays I'm also very confused about what's AI and what's not. Like every time I scroll TikTok, right, then I'm just like, actually I can't tell whether whatever they're doing is AI or not. That's why I always have to check the comments. I have to be like, is this AI? Then people are like, oh my god, this AI, this AI, this AI. Yeah. 4, 4. Yes, the answer is 4. Okay. Great, guys. What is going on? Oh, I see. Yes, I'm not AI, okay? I'm not AI. Like teaching this, what? Oh, no. Oh, you mean like, am I a real teacher outside of this life? Oh, I'm not a teacher per se because I'm just an intern at Writers at Work, yes. So that's why I am teaching on live, but I don't have classes outside. Yes, but I've been with Writers at Work since like P1. P1, yeah, all the way until Sec 3. So that's like 9 years. Yes, 9 years. Yes. 3. Okay, Larry says 3. Eager to find out how to use the new camera, mother studied the manual closely to blank how the features would work. Okay, wait ah. So how old are you? Um, how old am I? um, I am young. How's that answer? Okay. Your students here are all grown-ups. Yes, this is a good refresher. Even for me, actually, when I'm doing the paper, wow, like I felt so nostalgic. Like I was like, wow, I'm back to primary school. 3, 3, 3. Okay, 3. Figure out. Okay, guys, what's the difference between look over and figure out? Okay, these two words are actually quite similar but different, I would say. Okay, look over, right? It means to examine something quickly. So it's like, let's say, right before my exams, I quickly look over my notes one more time. Like I skim through. It's like skimming through something. Yes. And then after that, we have figure out. Okay, what is figure out? Figure out is to basically finally understand, or find a solution after a lot of thought. Okay? So, basically, because she is trying to figure out how to use the new camera and she's studying the manual closely, therefore, the answer will be number 3. Yes. Okay, what's going on? JC. I finished my JC or JC equivalent education. Yes. Okay, next question. Our soccer team refused to blank and all the players played to the best of their ability till the end of the game. Okay, all these are idioms, by the way. Yeah, all these are idioms. Oh, so you adult. Yes, I guess. Yes, I'm an adult. Yes. I thought you said your age. Yes, I think I did say my age the other day. Three. Okay. Let me go through the reasons of idioms, okay? Whoa, not reasons, whoa. Let me go through the definitions of each idiom, okay? Because usually I think that idiom questions are easy to do if you have read enough books or enough articles. Because idioms, the words inside idioms, right, low-key, they don't really relate to the definition of the idiom. But if you have seen it before, then yes, it's quite easy to identify which one is the answer. Okay? Okay. What is throw in the towel? Throw in the towel is to basically stop doing something or to like give up, actually. To give up. Once one has realized that they cannot succeed. Okay? So it's like, for example, if you're having like a argument with your sibling, one of you guys will eventually throw in the towel because you figure out or decide that it's not worth arguing or that the other person is correct. So then you surrender. Okay? Okay, what is get the ball rolling? Get the ball rolling. Have you heard get the ball rolling before? It's like when people have like events or like teachers before starting a activity, they'll be like, okay guys, let's get the ball rolling. So it's basically to make something happen. Ooh. To make something happen or to begin something. Okay? Okay. What is give the game away? Give the game away. Give the game away is basically to spoil a surprise. Whoa. To spoil a surprise or joke. Okay? So it's like you reveal something like a secret, for example. Okay. Then what is keep their eye on the ball? Keep their eye on the ball is to give or pay attention. Pay attention to what you are doing. So if you see the question, right, it says our soccer team refused to blank and then all the players played to their best of their ability till the end of the game. Okay, even though there is the word game here, doesn't mean that answer is number 3 even though it has game, because the meaning of give the game away is to spoil a surprise or joke, which in this case there is no surprise or joke, it is just a game. Therefore, because they played with all their best of their ability and refused to something, number 1 would be the best option. Because they refused to give up, for example, and all the players played to the best of their ability. So throw in the towel would be the best option. Yes. Is idiom and metaphor the same? No. Idiom and metaphors are not the same. Okay. Yeah. Metaphor is when you directly compare a subject to something else. So it's like, are you what? Are you gens? What's that? Okay, but metaphor is like, for example, let me think of a metaphor. Okay, let me think of a metaphor. Don't have any one off the top of my head right now. Are you Gen Z? Yes, I'm Gen Z. Oh, okay, a metaphor is like the singer's voice was like music to my ears. So basically, or the classroom was a zoo. So you compare classroom and zoo directly. So you basically personify the classroom as a zoo. Gets. But idiom is like, it's like a saying. A saying. It's an expression. It's not literal. Yeah. Okay, next question. It took the little girl all her strength to blank the heavy door wide open. Okay, here we have 4 very interesting words. Hurl, toss, hoist, and shove. Okay, these 4 words are quite similar also, but different. Okay. Okay. Some say 3, some say 4. Hoist and shove. Okay. Okay. What is the meaning of hurl? Hurl is to basically throw something with a lot of force. Okay? Usually, sometimes it can be angry or violent. Like, yeah. Okay? And then toss. What is toss? Toss is to throw something carelessly. So can you see how these 2 actions are actually both throwing something, but the way it's being thrown is different. One is carelessly and one is with a lot of force. Okay. And because now in this context, right, the girl is trying to maybe push the door, okay? So there's no way the girl can throw the door. So 1 and 2 are out, okay? Then we have hoist. What is hoist? Hoist is to basically lift something up with ropes or like a machine. So I can say like, have you heard of like the pirate ship when they hoist the sails? Have you heard of like, yeah, they lift like the sails, okay? Then you have shove. Okay, shove. What is shove? When you shove someone, right, is to push something or someone very forcefully. Okay? Okay. And because it's very, very forcefully, using all her strength to push, for example, push the heavy door wide open, therefore the answer is number 4. Okay? What's going on in the comments? Oh my god. Why are y'all like competing? Okay, chill guys, chill. It's just a P5 paper. Chill. Chill out. Okay. Okay, so the answer is number 4. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we are at the next section already. Okay, we have finished vocabulary. Okay. This is the next section. I put the what do you call that? It's a bit hard to show you guys like everything, so I just put the but it's at the corner. How should I do this? Okay, how about this? Can you guys see the options at the side? Okay. The Northeast Line, NEL, the world's first fully automated and driverless mass rapid transit line, opened in 2003. Plans for the NEL were first conceived in the 1980s and the 1990s. It was quite challenging for the project team to come up with a plan for an automated railway line that could carry thousands of people. Question 11. Yeah, for question 11, can you guys see yes, right? We do question by question. Okay. For this section, right? Basically, it is you gotta replace the word. Like these MCQ options, you try to replace it into the paragraph to see whether it fits. Do they still have fill in the blanks? Yes, they do. It's in section B. Yeah, we are still at section A, so it's all just MCQ. This is where usually students should be able to score full marks or close to full marks so that they can sort of what do you call it? Get their AR1. Yeah, because it is more easy to score full marks in MCQ or lose lesser marks in MCQ as compared to the fill in the blanks? Okay, come, let's try. Come up with a plan. You have 4 options: detect, devise, disclose, and discover. Okay, which word do you think fits in the best? Detect, devise, disclose, discover. 2, devise. Okay. Any word y'all want to find out the explanation? Detect, devise, disclose. These are the 3 words that I think a bit harder. 2, okay, I'll say 2, devise. Okay. Okay, let's see. What's the meaning of detect? Detect is to basically notice something that is hidden or partially hidden. Okay? Okay, wait, let me put partially hidden. Okay, then what is devise? Devise is to literally invent a plan or a system. Okay? Then what is disclose? Disclose is to make something known. Okay? To make something known and it was previously not known to people. Yes. Okay? So in this question, it was quite challenging for the project team to come up with a plan. Yes, the answer will be number 2, this device. Okay? Yes, that's the correct answer. Okay, next one. First, the operational master plan was developed. Next, the team looked into how the rail systems should operate and whether things would turn out as what they had been planned and designed. Okay, can you guys try? Okay, you have surveyed, inspected, examined, and scrutinized. These 4 words are also super similar. Okay, very similar. Okay, 3. Yeah, these 4 words are super similar. It just differs in terms of how the intensity of the words. Like they all mean looking at something carefully, but to what extent? Yeah, they're all different. Okay. 3. Okay, you guys say 3. Okay, let's look at the meaning of the 4 words again. Okay. Okay, surveyed. What does surveyed mean? Surveyed is more general. Okay, so it just means to examine behavior. Oh, I have no space. Behavior or opinions carefully. Okay, what is inspected? Inspected is, let me write here. Okay, what is inspected? Inspected is to basically also look at something carefully and examine it, but it's usually about the quality or condition of something. So it's like people will always say like inspectors. Have you heard? Yeah, inspectors, like they come to inspect how the machinery in the factory is, how how well the machinery in the factory is working. Like they'll inspect the machinery. Yeah, that's when they check for the quality and the condition, for example. Okay, then we have examine, which is literally to normally analyze. Analyze. Okay. And then we have scrutinize. Scrutinize is the most intense word out of these 4, I would say, because it is to look very closely. Okay. So it's like really to be very detailed. And it has a bit of like suspicion, a connotation of being suspicious about something. That's why you scrutinize. Okay? Yes. So because the question here is next, the team looked into how the rail system should operate. The answer would be number 3. Oh my days. Number 3. Okay? So they are just examining the rail system. They're not seeing anything about like scrutinizing, cause yeah, they're not scrutinizing the system. Okay. Sure, you like anime. I think I haven't watched one in really long actually. Teacher, what's your favorite and hypen song? Um, let me think. Wow. Wow, actually I don't know. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. Okay, next one. One of the more difficult tasks was to find out how to take care of passengers without a driver. Okay, let me. Okay, the options are there. Now it's on the left. Number one, there's arduous. Two, there's laborious. Three, there's strenuous. Four, there's demanding. Okay. I think right, my favorite and hypen song. I know one song that has been stuck in my head is No Doubt. Like it keeps playing in my head. And recently, because like sometimes I put my music on like autoplay, right? Then I will listen to K-pop, and then after that, No Doubt will just appear. Yeah, and then it will start in my head. Arduous. Okay. Okay. Any other answers? One of the more difficult tasks. Okay, difficult task. Okay, so you're talking about a task. The subject here is a task, or the context here is a task. Okay, what is that? What is what? Okay, let me explain the words. Okay, what does arduous mean? Arduous means basically like when something is very tiring. Like simply put it, it's tiring, or it needs a lot of effort. Okay, needs a lot of effort. What is laborious? Laborious is to basically when you need whoa, repeated effort. Okay, repeated effort. Or actually, because it has the word labor inside, right? Usually you would use it when something is very physically tiring. I would say physically tiring. Then what is strenuous? Strenuous can be used for when something is both physically and mentally demanding. Okay. Okay, then we have demanding. The meaning of demanding is basically when it is not easy to deal with, or when it needs a lot of effort and skill. Okay? So, one of the more difficult tasks was to find out how to take care of passengers without a driver. Take care of passengers without a driver. And because this is a difficult task, it will mean that it is something that is not super, it's not simple. Therefore, the answer would be actually be number 4. The task was demanding. Okay? Yes. Okay. Number 14. The NEL thus became the first to have cameras installed in the trains. Okay, installed. The word here is installed. Cameras being installed. Okay, you have fixed, offered, supplied, and implemented. Okay. Okay. Any answers? Well, what's going on? In school, my chair said fatal. Oh my days. 1. Okay. Fixed. Okay. Let me go through the meanings, okay? Fixed. Oh, I keep using the highlighter. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, fixed is basically to, okay, I would say, hmm, uh, it is like to put something in place, actually, put something in place. Or you can use it as like repair, okay? Repair something. Okay? And then you have offered. Offered. What does offered mean? Offered means when you basically give something to someone. Okay? Okay, then you have supplied. What does supplied mean? Supplied means to provide. Okay? And then you have implemented. Actually, why can I not use implemented in this question? Now I say like cameras installed and implemented. Okay, why can I use implemented? Because implemented means to start a plan, to start using a plan or system. Okay? And because it is a plan or system, when you use implemented, therefore 4 cannot be the correct answer because you're talking about cameras. So the best answer that you have is number 1. Okay? Hi. Oh my god. Hi. Wait. I remember your name. Hold on. Is it Adrian? Oh my god, I hope I'm getting this right. Low key. I don't remember. Oh my god. Okay, amazing. Okay, last question. We have, in addition, a strong operations control center which had the capability to supervise, monitor, and control the operations needed to be built. Once this was established, it formed the basis for all other automated systems subsequently. Oh, Porcupine, your name is Jacob. Okay. I'm remembering everyone's names, guys. Yeah. Hopefully, I remember them the next time around I see you guys. Okay. We have skills, means, potential, and proficiency. Okay. This is my mouse account. Oh, I see. Okay. 4. Proficiency. Okay. Any other answers? Oh, hi, Riskin and Planes and Cars. Welcome back. Okay, I'm gonna explain the meaning of the 4 words, okay? We have skills. Skills basically means like abilities, okay? Means. What is means? Okay. Means is basically to have, it can mean two things. One, it can mean the method or way of doing something, but it can also mean to have financial resources. Okay? For example, it's like it's like when someone tell you that they have the means to do something, means they have enough money or sufficient financial resources to do something. Okay? And then you have potential. What does potential mean? Potential means like a natural ability that can develop in the future. Okay? So it means that it has not happened yet. So it's like when you use the word potentially, it means something has not happened yet, but it can happen in the future. Okay. Then you have proficiency. What does it mean when someone is proficient? It means that someone is skilled or capable. Or not capable, like have experience. Okay, sorry. But because you look at the question, right? A strong operations control center which had the capability to supervise. Ooh. Wait a minute. Actually, right, I think means doesn't need to be financial. Let me. I think means can also be like having enough resources or the ability of, actually it literally means capability as well actually. Yeah. So I would say that for this question, actually number 2 fits the best. Yeah. It's not just financial resources, guys. Yeah. It can also be like the ability to do something as well. Yeah. Okay. And with that, we are done with this whole section. Actually, the MCQ is like below. It's just that I shifted it up for you guys because like If I keep scrolling up and down, it's gonna be super confusing. Okay, we are gonna move on to booklet B. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Can do South View paper. Are you from South View? But I don't have South View paper. Okay, wait, guys. Before I continue, right, I need to do a little a little promotion for our holiday workshop. Okay, basically, we during the March holidays, right, we have a March holiday program, and it is from 16th to 20th March. Okay, so if you have any friends or relatives or actually children, if you are a parent here that would like to sign up your child for something to do during the March holidays, especially if you are not traveling, for primary 1 and 2 we have compo writing, and then for primary 5 and 6 we have paper 2 plus oral. Then we also have oral. We have two sets actually, set A and set B. Later I'll go through the different themes. And then we have compo writing. So if you think that you are weak in any one of these components, can always come and attend the holiday program. And after you sign up, right, basically you have a $50 regular program voucher as well as a $50 holiday program voucher. So you can use this voucher for the next holiday program if you are keen to sign up again. Okay, then for oral, right? Okay, usually oral, actually, I think a lot of people are quite weak because it is quite difficult to study oral unless you read a lot or you really practice speaking to someone. So actually, they're covering quite a few topics. For set A, they're covering kindness, environment, sports and fitness, family, neighborhood or neighborliness, and community, which I think are actually quite interesting themes. And then you also have for set B, there's education and learning, travel, food nutrition, technology, and performing arts. So actually if you sign up for set A, right, you won't be able to sign up for set B. So you got to choose one or the other. But I would say that both teams actually will help your child quite well if you do want to sign your child up for the holiday program. And then if you guys want to find out more, you can always scan the QR code or sign up with us. Yeah. Yay! Holiday program. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here for a little while. And then I'll move on to section B. Also, you are from South View. You know I have wait, is it South View? I think my cousins are in South View, you know. I think my cousins are from South View. Yeah, I think I have two cousins in South View. What primary school were you from? I was from Frontier Primary School. It's all the way in Pioneer. Yeah. Do you know Innova Primary School? Yeah, I've heard of it before. I have heard of it before actually. Innova Primary School. Where is Innova Primary School? Innova. I am from there. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna move on back into our paper, okay? Oh my god, did I save just now? Oh, okay, lucky it's still there. Okay. Chongfu. Yes, I know Chongfu also. I heard before. Okay, let's move on to section B. Okay, we have our grammar close. Yeah. Do you have trouble putting down your mobile phone, or do thoughts of being without your phone cause you oh whoa or do thoughts of being without your phone cause you to be upset? If so, is it possible? Oh my god, my reading. Oh my god. If so, it is possible you could have nomophobia, shortened from no mobile phone phobia, which describes an extreme fear blank not having your phone or being able to use it. What's going on? Why are y'all challenging each other again? Guys, chill, 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 chill. Okay, chill, chill. Let's all learn together. How is that? Okay, okay. So, what do you think is the answer for 21? There are many, many words here. As you reach P5, from P4 to P5, suddenly there's like way more options and way longer sections. G, 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 E. Okay, we have G and E. What is G? G is off. What is E? E is. Okay, let's see. Any other answers? Any other answers? It's okay to have different answers. We're all learning. Okay. Chloe, like Chloe but with an L. Oh, so it's pronounced as Chloe? Oh, hi DJ. Welcome back. G, okay. Okay. Why G? What's the keyword? Okay, the keyword here I would say is fear. And then not having your phone or being able to use it. So usually when you say something like fear, you have a fear. Okay, wait, let me erase this. Okay, usually when you say like the fear blank heights, usually it is fear of heights. So when you're fearful of something, yeah, usually it's the word of. Okay, so like fearful of this, fearful of that. I have a fear of heights. I have a fear of the sea. Okay, yeah. So the word it is of. G, of. Let me write that neatly. Okay, of. Yes, it is off. Okay, next one. Most of us depend on our devices, blank information, and connection. So it is normal to worry about losing them. Okay. Okay. Oh, bye. Bye. C. Okay, what is C? C is 4. Okay, any other answer? C. Okay, both C. 4. Okay. Yes, actually, you guys are right. Why is it 4? This one tells you a preposition. So, most of us depend on our devices and you look into the devices for information. Okay? So, yes, you guys are correct. It is C. Okay, wait. Okay, amazing. Okay, next one. Not being able to find your phone probably sparks worries about blank to deal with losing photos, contacts, and other information. Okay. Okay. Okay, I would say that the keyword here is to deal. To deal with, actually. Let's use to deal with. Okay, let me cancel 4. Oh, 4. J? I'm not sure. Okay. Any other answers? J, J is odd. Odd too. Not being able to find your phone probably sparks worries about. H. Okay, H. What is H? Only to deal with losing photos. Okay. Any other answers? Any other answers? Okay, when you're trying to deal with something, right, you're looking for a solution. So when, for example, like let's say, I want to know how to deal with, um, I want to know how to deal with, let me think, what should I know how to deal with emotions, maybe. So it's like, let's say you're finding a solution And if we go through like the 5W1H, there's what, where, who, when. What's the last one? What, when, who, where. Oh, I'm missing one. Oh no. And then you have how, right? So when you're trying to find a solution, you're figuring out how to deal with something, okay? So the answer is actually D. What am I missing? Oh my god, I'm missing one W, but it's okay. But it's how, okay? So how to deal with something. Okay, next. Nomophobia can be so persistent and severe, blank, it affects daily life. Okay. Okay, here we have two clauses. So persistent and severe, and then we have it affects daily life. Okay, can you guys try? Any answers? Any answers? Okay. Okay, good. Yes, I'm just gonna review the answer, okay? So nomophobia can be so persistent and severe that it affects daily life. Okay, good. Okay, next. Okay. Oh my days. Okay, wait. Sorry. Hold on. Okay, yes. Okay. Results of multiple studies suggest that this phobia blank becoming more widespread. Okay. Any answers? E. What's E? Is. Okay, any you know 6-7. Yeah, I've been hearing it everywhere. Everywhere. Okay. E. Okay, yes, E is the answer. Why E? Because the word suggest here shows that this is actually present tense. And because it is ongoing, becoming, continuous, therefore you have present continuous tense which is becoming. Okay? Good. And then you have the next question. Existing information about nomophobia also suggests that it occurs blank frequently in teenagers than adults. Okay, keyword then. Okay. Give clue, then. Okay, why is then the keyword? Okay. Then. F. Okay, F. Yeah, let me cancel E. Okay, why F? Because the word then. What does then show you? Then shows you that something or the phrase here must be a comparative. What's a comparative? It's like better than. Get it? Like it has to be a comparative. So you compare two things and something is more or better than the other. Okay, so here, yes, the answer would be F. More. More frequently in teenagers than adults. Okay? Good. Okay, next one. Okay, I put the thing down here also. Whilst many studies have been done, experts have blanked to find out the specific causes of nomophobia. Okay, we have already used how is more that. What else have we used? Let me see. For. Have you used for? Yes. And then we have also used. Okay, yes, that's it. Okay. What is 27? Experts have blanked to find out the specific causes of nomophobia. M. Okay, any other answers? M. Okay. Here, right, the word whilst is actually contrasting. Okay, so it's actually saying even though many studies have been done, experts have blanked to find out. So if it's contrasting, means yes, the answer is indeed yet. Okay? Yet to find out the specific causes. Okay? Yes, so yet is correct. Good. Okay. So yet to basically means when something has not happened. Okay? Okay, last question of the whole section. If your phone serves as your main method of contacting the people you care about, you blank most likely feel lonely without it. Okay, for you guys who have been here since the start, right? Just now I said something about the if, and then I talked about three rules, three conditional rules. Actually, it can be used here to find out this answer. Just now I talked about three conditional rules. Very important, actually. A. You are most likely to feel lonely without it. Bye, Pocky. Wait, Jacob. Bye, Jacob. Bye. L. What's L? Will. Okay, yes, the answer is actually will. Okay? Okay. The three conditional rules. When you use if your phone serves, because serves is present tense, right? Therefore, you will most likely feel. Okay, just now I was talking about the three conditional rules. So basically, the first rule is when, let's say you have what was the example given? Serve. Okay, let's say if your phone serves you well, you or serves you serve for example you'll use will most, okay, for example, will most likely, for example. Second one, if it's served, you would most likely. Okay, and if the third conditional is when had served, so this is actually past perfect. Okay, then you would use would. Wait, then you would use, hold on, would have, sorry, would have most likely. Okay, so these are the three conditional rules. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, we're done with this part. Okay, next section. Editing. I love editing. Okay, when I do editing, there's one thing that I'll always take note of first. First, I will always look at the first sentence and figure out whether it is present or past tense. Because when I do grammar questions in editing, they will sometimes want me to change the tense. Okay, so I gotta take note whether it is present or past tense. Okay, so in this case, conflict is an unavoidable and necessary part of life. This is present tense. So then you will know that if there's no specific situation in the sentence where it's using past tense, the whole passage should be in present tense. Okay? Okay. First question, question 29. Like all kinds of human interaction, conflict can be either healthy and unhealthy. Okay. How to determine whether it is grammar or spelling? You look at the word and is N being spelled correctly? Yep, I would think so, yes, N is spelled like that, right? So since it is not a spelling mistake, therefore it has to be a grammar mistake. So, is it N? N is wrong, so that means it has to change to something else. Okay. What kind of question is this? This kind of question is a connector question. Okay? N is a connector for two pieces of information. But in this case, it is wrong. So, any idea what the connector is? Can just put in the comments. It doesn't matter if you get wrong or correct. We're all learning. We're all learning. Any connector that comes to mind. Conflict can either be healthy, unhealthy. Good. Or. Okay. Amazing. Healthy or unhealthy. Yes. Good. Cause why? Okay, there's one more keyword here. Do you see this word either? Yes, this is a very important keyword. Either or comes together. It's like either or neither nor. Correct? These are the two pairs that always come together. Okay, good. Next question. A conflict can be resolved successfully in a respectful tone that both parties are engaged in active listening. Okay, is that spelled correctly or wrongly? Obviously, that is spelled correctly. Therefore, it is not a spelling mistake, but also another grammar mistake. Okay, so is there any other word that will fit in this sentence? Any idea? Any idea? Any idea? Give you a clue. It is in the 5W1H. This word is in the 5W1H. Any idea, guys? Can just comment. It's okay. Oh yes! Oh my god! Good job. Where? Yes, it's where. Where both parties are engaged in active listening. Good. Okay. Then now we have the next question. It is not easy, of course. Conflict resolution is a voluntary, mutual process that begins only when both parties are willing to work on resolve the conflict. Okay, we have these two questions, okay? First one, 31. Does this look right to you guys? I don't think this looks right. Therefore, it is a spelling mistake. Okay? And then the second one. Okay, let's do it one by one. Okay, can anyone spell voluntary correctly? Even though you guys got like what do you call it? Autocorrect. But try to spell it correctly. Voluntary. Okay. I'm gonna write. Okay, voluntary. How is voluntary spelled? VOLUNTA. Yes, voluntary. Okay, good. Okay, second one. That begins only when both parties are willing to work on resolve the conflict. Okay. This is obviously a grammar mistake because the word resolve is spelled correctly actually. So, since this whole sentence is talking about the thing happening right now, so it has to be in continuous tense actually. Yes, Audrey. Yes. You're correct. It's resolving. Good job. Okay. Yes. Okay. Amazing. Next one. When tempers flare, one should try to listen without interrupting and planning any counter argument. Okay. Obviously, this is spelled wrongly, so it is a spelling mistake. Okay, there's only one letter in this word that no, actually two letters. Okay, can anyone comment in the comment section what is the correct answer? Interrupting. Okay, they always test this kind of questions because they play around with repeated letters. Okay. Yes. Oh my god. Yes, Coco, you're right. It's interrupting, and then the interrupting got two R's. Okay, two R's. Yes. Okay. Good. Okay. Next question. Compromise is critical for true conflict resolution. Okay, this is so obviously spelled wrongly. Okay, it's really spelled wrongly. Okay, so it's another spelling mistake. Okay. Okay. So how? Okay. Critical. Yes, critical. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Last two questions. When you're listening, remember to maintain eye contact and use positive body language. Okay. Can you guys try it? Maintain, yes. Okay, good. Okay, they always like to play around with the A's and E's as well. Who spells maintain like that? Well, I guess schools do that when you guys have to do editing. Okay. The next one. Oh, so fast. Okay. Ask clarifying questions and recognize your partner's point of view. This include repeating what he or she said without responding or showing curiosity to hear more. Okay, why is it includes? Okay. First, this is not a spelling. Oh my god. Wait. This is not a spelling error because include is being spelled correctly. And this is a grammar issue because it is includes. Why includes? Because the word this shows us that it is singular. Okay? And because it is singular, we need to have the S behind. Okay? Yes. Okay, great job, guys. We have finished editing. Yes, because this is singular. You're right. Okay. Good, good, good. Okay, let's move on to the next section. Comprehension close. Whoa, okay, this is way too big. Okay. Comprehension close. Okay. Can you guys try the first two questions? Yes. Okay. Okay. For comprehension close, I also like to read the what do you call that? Okay. I like to read the first sentence and then figure out the first two sentences maybe and figure out whether it's past tense or present tense. So if I read the first two sentences, Hudson had been looking forward to that trip for weeks. Excitement was in the air as Hudson and his classmates blank finally at the theme park. Okay, the word was tells me that this is past tense, okay? So that means all your answers subsequently have to be past tense, okay? Okay, I see some answers. Are, the, okay. Any other answers? Okay, were. Okay, so right, why is it were? Because Hudson and his classmates is plural. Okay, what this what level? This is P5. P5 WA2 2025 Rosyth paper. Yeah. Okay, and because it's plural and it's in the past, therefore yes, the answer is were. Okay. Oh, you're P5. Okay, then you can listen in. You can listen in. TCG, do you collect Pokemon cards also? Okay, good. Okay, next question. They were waiting in line for blank roller coaster ride. Okay, can you guys try? Just now I saw an answer. Is it? Oh, okay. I think just now I saw an answer. I think I saw the just now. Any other answers? The. Okay, yes, good. Oh, the answer is the because they are referring to the roller coaster ride. So it's specifically referring to that. Okay? So yes, it is the. Okay, next question. 10 seconds into the ride, the passengers screamed loudly. They tried to catch their blank as their carriages were pulled slowly to the top. Okay, let me read the last three words for you. To the top. Okay. This is a collocation question. The keyword here is catch their blank. Okay? Have you guys heard of such a phrase before? Catch their what? Breath. Good, Rin. Good. Okay, good, good, good. So yes, the answer is indeed breath. Okay, catch their breath. Okay. That relief did not last blank. Okay, see, I catch their breath. Okay, I didn't show the bottom part, but relief also gives a clue to what this phrase would be. Okay, that relief did not last blank. As soon as. Okay, as soon as is also very important here. Unsec for. Oh, okay. Hi. We are doing P5 right now, but you can join us for fun. For fun. Yeah. See whether you can remember P5 stuff or not. Okay, as soon as means immediately after, okay? Oh no. It's like immediately. So, did not last long. Yes, good. Okay. Okay, next question. Okay. The line of people blank Hudson and the roller coaster was steadily shortening. Okay, the keyword here now is and. Okay, these two words come in a pair. Usually you can see it in S&T. They are like best friends. They always come together. The line of people blank Hudson and the roller coaster was steadily shortening. Okay, if I do a drawing, right, this is the roller coaster. Maybe the roller coaster ride. and then you have a lot of people, and then you have Hudson, for example. Okay, what is the word that will be used to describe the location of these people? The line of people, blank Hudson, and the roller coaster. Okay, do you guys have any idea? Good, between. Good, between. Crowd. No, it is to describe the location. So therefore you use between. So cause usually when you see between, you will also see and. So it's like I'll be around between 12 p.m. No, I'm wrong. Wait. Wait. Let me think of another it's okay, it's okay. Wait, it's okay to get it wrong. Wait, let me think of another example. Oh, I placed my water bottle between my laptop and my iPad, for example. Yes. Okay. Okay, next question. With an incredibly loud whoosh, the group in front of Hudson and his friends took off. Hudson could blank them screaming, but he could not tell if those screams were of delight or terror. Okay, the keyword here is screaming. Screaming here is a sound. Okay, it's a sound. So that means the word here must be related to and it must be an auditory word. Okay? Hear. Good. Hear. Could hear them screaming. Good, because it is a sound. Okay? He wiped his sweaty palms, blanked his pants, and ran a hand through his hair. Okay. The keyword here would be his pants. Okay? And this one is testing on preposition. So if you can imagine the action with, on. Okay. The answer here is on. Okay. So it's like, let's say this is the pants, right? And you wipe your hand on the pants. Okay. Yes, on. Okay, if you use with, right, it would be like you take the cloth of the pants and then you wipe the hand. So it's a bit different. One is you use your hand and wipe on the pants, and then the other one is you use your pants cloth or cloth to wipe the hand. So that's when you use with. But in this case, because he's using his hand to wipe his pants, so that means it's on. Okay? Okay, last question. He could hear his friends' upset exclamations, but he did blank care. He just kept running. Okay. See, the keyword here is he just kept running. Okay. The word, yes, good. Oh my god, we are getting faster and faster. It did not care. Because if he did not care, because he did not care, therefore he just kept running. Okay? Okay, good. Yeah, he don't care. Yeah. For 43, can I use against? Good question. Okay, wait, let me think about it. Hi, do your company do live for P3? We can do live for P3 papers. It depends on how many people want P3 papers to be done. Because usually I do P4 papers, but then today, because a lot of the viewers the other times they always told me like, oh okay, like can you do P5? That's why today I'm doing P5. Oh my god, hi Sherilyn. Wow. Welcome back. For 43, wait mm, I think against would not be accepted because usually when you are against something or you, yeah, it's to like press or collide with something. So it's usually used for like I lean against a wall. Yeah. I don't think against would work. Haha, Yeah, when you do P5, they not here. Just now got quite a few, but I don't know whether they P5 or not. Yeah. But it's okay. P5 is, I think, a bit tougher. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to tada S and T. Okay. S and T. Oh, hi Sean. Welcome back. Can do P6 paper. Okay, maybe one day. One day I'll do P6 paper. Oh, I was supposed to wait for Miss Jamie's to recover. Teacher Jamie's is also, she used to be a teacher, and then we agreed to do a P6 paper together. Okay, bye. I have another mock test on Friday. Bye. Okay, S and T. A bridge was built so that the food supplies could be delivered to the earthquake victims. Okay, here we have in order to. Okay, how can we paraphrase or restructure the sentence such that it fits into this question? Any answers? Or you're all lazy to type because it's so long. Okay. Let me see. How shall I explain this? Okay. In order to. In order to basically means like it's like so that something can happen. Okay? So a bridge was built so that the oh wait, it's literally here. So that the yes, okay, so that the it's like in order to. Okay? So that and in order to is basically almost the same meaning. Okay? Okay, then what's the reason? Okay, then we have a bridge was built so that the food supplies could be delivered to the earthquake victims. So this is the reason. They need to deliver the food to the earthquake victims. Okay? So the answer would be a bridge was built. Okay, then because you replace so that with in order to, okay, then after to you have to have a verb. Okay, and the verb in this sentence is delivered. And because after to the verb has to be in base form, you gotta change delivered to deliver. Okay, deliver food supplies to the earthquake victims. Okay, yes, this is the answer. Quite tricky, gotta change quite a few things. Because right after the word deliver, you gotta put the subject or the object. Okay? Okay, good. Next question. If you do not disturb the wild dog, it will not attack you. Okay, and then you have the word unless. Okay, can try. Everyone can try. Think about it. Think about it. And then if you want to, you can also type your answer so that at least if I can see your answer, then I can pinpoint anything that is wrong with it. Yeah. Okay. Unless you disturb the wild dog, it will not attack you. We'll teach P3. I can go and find a P3 paper if y'all really want. Then if you guys see my lives later on, then maybe I'll also tell you guys when I do the P3 paper. Cause for this paper I specifically told the viewers that day that I'll be doing it today. Yeah. Yep. Jay says unless you disturb the dog, if not it will not attack you. Okay. Okay. Here right, the word unless is like it's like the if, okay? So here, it's like the if. So because unless also has like a negative, or not really negative, but it's like if you do not disturb the wild dog, but because you have the word unless, right, you gotta remove the do not. Okay, so it'll be unless you disturb the wild dog, it will not attack you. Okay? Yes. Every day when so I can come in. For this week, I'll be doing one more live on Friday. And then I haven't decided when to do live next week. So I'll inform you guys on Friday, okay? Yeah. And then I'll also go and think about whether I'll do P3. Because I gotta see whether I have P3 papers to do. But usually I do P4. But even if you're P3, sometimes doing P4 papers can also help because there are questions that are quite similar, especially if I'm doing WA1 or WA2. So I'm right. Yes, you're right. Okay, great. Okay, good. Not too hard. Okay, this one is even easier, I think. Both Lily and Maya do not enjoy eating bananas. Okay, neither nor is very, very, what do you call it? Important also. Okay, but every when you will teach P4. I think Friday I'll go back to a P4 paper. Friday I'll be live from I think around 4:30 to 6:30. I think around that timing. Usually I'm live at 5 to 7. Yeah. Neither Lily nor Maya enjoy eating bananas. Okay. Every Friday. This week is Friday, yeah. Because this week is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm going live. But I haven't decided my schedule for next week. Maybe next week I'll do Tuesday and Thursday. Yeah, maybe. Okay, because neither nor, right, it's very important because it has a negative connotation. It's like I always think of either or, neither nor as like angel and devil. So like neither already has the effect of something not happening. So in this question, you gotta remove do not. Okay? And the answer will be neither Lily nor Maya enjoy eating bananas. Okay? Oh, thank you. You're so kind. Okay. How will you post and let us know when you do live? I think the marketing team for writers at work will probably do like mini post for teachers that are going live, but not me because I'm an intern. So my life is more what do you call that, flexible. So you can follow us. So if you are on TikTok or you scroll TikTok and then we come live per chance and you are online, you can actually see that we are live. Yeah. So just follow us. Then you'll get like a notification that we are live. So it's not enjoys. Wait. Um oh my god, wait. Yeah. You spotted my mistake. I forgot to put the S. Oh my god, yay! Enjoys eating banana. Okay, yes, it's enjoys. Sorry. Okay, because Maya, right, is singular. And when we have neither nor and either or, we always look at rule of proximity. Okay? And rule of proximity means the verb, no, the noun that is closest to the verb, we will follow it. Okay? So because Maya is singular, it'll be enjoy, not enjoys. Okay. I'm wrong. Sorry, guys. I was distracted. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Last one. Mrs. Tan said, Ali, don't forget to hand in your consent form tomorrow. Okay. This one is a little bit tougher. This is direct to indirect speech. Okay? Usually when I do direct to indirect speech, I always highlight what I need to change and what I don't need to change. Or actually I highlight what I need to change. Especially the tenses. Need to change the tenses. One word that I need to change is tomorrow. Correct. Reported speech. Yes. There's different ways of saying it. Okay. Yes. Okay. One word that I need to change is tomorrow. Okay. And then I also need to add words. Okay. This don't also need to change because in indirect speech you cannot have contractions. If I'm not wrong, they're called contractions. Are they called contractions? Yeah, contractions. They cannot have contractions. Mrs. Tan told Ali to remember to hand in his consent form the next day. Okay, this one, right, I cannot accept. Because why? Because remember is not inside the question. So I cannot change the words. But I can change the tenses, okay? Try again. Any other answers? Tomorrow I need to change to something else. There's two things that I can change, I think. Wait, let me check. Not to forget his consent form the following day. Okay. Okay. The following day, it can also be changed to something else. The following day is a good option. There's also another accepted answer. Yes, next day. Correct. The next day. Okay. I shall review the answer now. Okay. Mrs. Tan told Ali not to forget to hand in his consent form the next day. Okay, yes. So for those of you who got it correct, good job, yay! Okay, I'm gonna leave this here for a little while. I'm so washed. What does that mean? What does I'm so washed mean? Okay, but yes, that's all for S&T. Okay. Any questions that you guys need explaining for S&T? If not, right, I want to go back to the first part, like the MCQ, because there's the two questions that I always explain over and over again. Then I want to explain one more time. Yeah, just for those who missed it at the start, because it's quite important. Okay. If there are no questions, right, I'm gonna move back to the start. I gotta yeah, I'm gonna move back to the start all the way here. Okay. Okay. Oh, actually, I should explain this one also. Okay. Okay, for those of you guys who weren't here at the start, okay, let's go back to question 1. Okay. Our neighbor asked us whether we blank her missing cat in the vicinity recently. Can you guys try? This is testing you on tenses. Okay, tenses. Yeah. Okay. This one is quite important because 3 have seen. Okay. Or 1. Okay, let's see. Any other answers? 2. My god, so we got 1, 2, and 3. Okay, lucky I come back to this question. Okay, so there are two actions here. Okay, there is our neighbor asked us, so basically the neighbor asking a question, and then whether they had seen, oh, I just revealed the answer, but yes, okay, whether they had seen her missing cat. Okay, why is it had seen? Okay, had seen is the correct answer. Okay, which one is the first action? Is it the neighbor asking them, or is it um them seeing the missing cat? Okay, the first action is actually them seeing the missing cat. Okay, the second action is then the neighbor asking them. Okay, so if I draw a timeline, right, and then I have here is the neighbor asking them the question. Okay, then here is seeing the cat. Okay, so because the neighbor asked, so this is in past tense. If it's in past tense, the action that was way before would have to be past perfect tense. Therefore, the answer is number 2. Okay, so it is not normal simple past tense because these two actions happen in different points in time. Okay, okay. This one is the other one that I want to explain. The conditional rules. Can you guys try? For those of you guys who haven't tried it. Or if not, those of you guys who have tried it, try again, see whether you get the correct answer. If the man had hesitated before diving into the river, the child blank. Okay, this is the conditional rule. Okay? 4. Okay. Any other answer? Okay. 4. Okay, the keyword here is had hesitated. Just now when I was doing was it grammar close? Yeah, I think when I was doing grammar close, I got explained also. Okay, so had hesitated is past perfect tense, okay? And this gives us a clue as to what the answer would be. Okay, let me explain the 3 conditional rules. The first conditional rules, let's say I use the word study. Okay, so for example, if I study for my exam, I will use will. I will become, for example. Second one is past tense. So if it's present tense, I will use will. Okay, next one is past tense. If I studied for my exams, this is past tense, I will use would become. Okay? Third one is if I had studied for my exams, I would have become. Okay? So this is past perfect tense. So if I look at these 3, right, and I look back at the question, if the man had hesitated before diving into the river, it will be number 4. Would have drowned. Okay? Because it's the third conditional rule. Yes, this is quite important. Okay, last question of the day. Okay. Can you guys try? If you haven't tried yet. Okay. The boy blank the principal praised is my neighbor. Wow, wait. 3, 4, and 1. Why got why got so many answers? Okay, 3, 4, and 1. Okay. Okay, sorry, something really funny just happened. Okay, the boy blank. Okay, this is WW Warriors. WW, yeah, Warriors. Okay, so basically there are 3 rules. Okay, first one, when to use who. When to use who? When I have a person and a verb in the middle, I will have the word who. Okay? Second one, when to use whom. when I have a person and then I have another person on the other side of the blank, I will sandwich whom in the middle. Okay? And then, third one, when I'm talking about belonging, whose, when I have a person, and then let's say the pencil belongs to the person, I will use the word whose in the middle. Okay? So these are very, very important. And then we look back at the question. There is the boy, the principal. Okay? So these is two people. Okay? So because there's two people, I will sandwich the word whom in the middle. Therefore, yes, the answer is number 3. Okay? We are going to leave this on the screen. If you guys need to screenshot or remember this, yes, please do, because these are very, very important. Okay? Yes. But who, whom, and whose, always very confusing one. Okay, let me give another example for Zizazo, why you up here now? I'm about to end my life. Okay, anyways, but whom is used, for example, it's like she whom he met during lesson. Okay? Yes. But that is my last question. Yeah. And I'm going to you said, hi Jiaqi, I'm about to end my life, and then all of you appear. But okay. Bye everyone. I will see you guys on Friday